Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, it's Regit and welcome to the beginner account. Once again, we're progressing through Series 3 towards its end actually, and today is an important day because my user rank needs increasing. In fact, there's a specific number we really ought to need to get it to, and that is 1,600. A lot more than the 656 we currently have. 1,600 user rank allows you to upgrade your special cats to level 30 instead of level 20, which is really going to help us. Unfortunately, we are nearly 1,000 user rank off that, and because we're doing this no-gacha, it does make it more difficult for us. Now, I can technically roll some rare cats just so I can upgrade them, but not use them. And I'd also advise you do that as well. Always upgrade your cats because you need user rank desperately. But today, what we're going to primarily be doing is unlocking some special cats, some of which we will definitely need to fight Moon. So, this is the cat god. I'm not going to be using him, and I wouldn't advise that you use him either. He's just a cat food drain, and if you have to end up using him, you're probably just not ready for the level, or in my case, you've done something wrong. This is Ninja Cat, a cat that actually will be useful to get because it will form part of a combo called Cool Japan. Same goes for Sumo Cat, and that combo helps later in the game, but nothing much to worry about at the moment. I mean, this could actually be a useful cat. It is a meat shield, and we need a third meat shield for Moon. That's a general rule of thumb. Use 3 meat shields, but the meat shield of choice that I usually go with is Boogie Cat, which evolves into Samba Cat, which is the third meat shield that we're going to be going for. So I've saved up cat food over a long time. Obviously, I'm not doing Uber rolls, which you should be doing yourself because I'm doing this no-gacha, but it is an important unit to buy, so I'm going to spend 90 cat food on it. Bit of a steep price, but we have it now, and that is very good news. And seeing as I have a lot of XP from treasure grinding, I'm just going to upgrade it straight up to the current max of level 20. Beats have brought this one to 11. Cheap and fast reduce. Everybody dance. Dance till you drop. Samba. This will form our 3-part meat shielding team of Macho Cat, Wall Cat, and Samba Cat, which is what we will need for Moon. Now, this is Bondage Cat. Not incredibly useful. I don't even think I have unlocked these 2 cats on my main account. And Kung Fu Cat later game. But this cat here, a cat that I've never really used before, but is actually going to help us a lot in our no-gacha quest. This is Actress Cat, and we're using it because it acts very much like a rare cat captured cat called Paris Cat that is extremely useful. It's quite spammable, and it does a lot of damage. And this is the special cat you can buy with cat food equivalent of Paris Cat. So I'm going to acquire this one because it is going to be very useful in our quest, seeming as I won't be able to use any gacha units. And it turns into Mother Cat, a cat best not talked about because it's very strange. But if you have Paris Cat, use that. But if not, this thing is your substitute. These cats not incredibly useful. Mister definitely not incredibly useful. He's just a bit of a novelty. And then come the special cats that we already have. Now, this Squish Ball Cat, got this from cats around the world. I'm going to use it just to upgrade it for user rank. If you haven't been given it, doesn't matter. I'm not going to be using it anyway. I purely just need to get my user rank up. And that's all it's really about. I'm going to do exactly the same with Little Cat. I doubt we'll be using these because the Little Cats only really become useful in their true forms, which you get way, way, way later in the game. Probably past a point that I won't be doing this series anymore because, well, I just can't. But as a rule of thumb, always make sure you're upgrading things because, well, that's really what you need to do. Now, interestingly, something I've noticed while upgrading this little whale here is that our Valkyrie Cat isn't maxed. I guess we didn't have enough XP back when we got it, so that is a very important thing to max. The higher the level, the more damage it does, and that's what you want, really. Level 20, get it the maximum that you can, maximum damage, maximum good. Now, you may be wondering why I'm upgrading cats like this, especially True Killer Cat, which is a bit of a meme and should never be used. I am doing this, as I said, to upgrade my user rank because it's in desperate need of being higher, and I thought I'd show you it just to document why my user rank is getting higher instead of just like brushing past it and possibly causing some confusion. So, it seems rather interestingly, behind these menus, we have come to exactly 800 user rank, which is an improvement. You get 1 user rank for every cat upgrade you do. And yeah, that brings us a little bit close to our target. In fact, now we're exactly halfway towards it. We'll get there eventually, and I'm sure aided by some more cats in the future will be able to get there. But I must stress, it is very important at all times, try and improve your user rank. But also, on that note, user rank is not a skill determinant. Please don't say I've done this level with lower user rank than you. It means nothing. So I think now is a good time to use these cats and put them into our lineup. Now I'm going to replace Harvest Cat because there's a chance, I guess, that you guys won't get it. And I was just sort of utilising it for its purpose of getting more monies at the start of a battle. So we've replaced that with Samba Cat, and here are our 3 meat shields that we want to be using. And the rest of it, well, just basic cats and the Valkyrie, which we unlocked when we did Chapter 2 Moon. Fairly simple. And now, seeming as a treasure festival is on, which is a brilliant time to do your story mode, I'm going to try and make my way towards Moon. I've probably been over this and forgotten that I said it, and it's probably pretty self-explanatory, but when there's a treasure festival on, try and take advantage of that to do these levels. It means you're less likely to have to go back over them to get your treasure again, because there's a higher chance of getting treasure while you go through them. I really don't know why I felt I needed to explain that. Let's bring out Samba Cat then. I have realised that I've not put Mother Cat in my strategy. I guess I'll do that in the next level, but it acts very much like our Macho Cat. Now, the true form of this, Gato Amigo, has a chance to knock back enemies generally, except for metal enemies. But we don't have to worry about that now, because this doesn't have that ability. Layout of your meat shielding is arbitrary, but what I like to do is put the more expensive meat shield in the middle instead of having 2 cheap, then 1 expensive. That just means if you haven't got enough monies for all of them, you'll get sort of an equal spread of them. For example, 1 cheap and 1 expensive, rather than 2 cheap and then not having that slightly meatier meat shield in your lineup. It's a really tiny thing and probably doesn't matter, but I think that's how most people arrange meat shields, if you were at all interested. Right, let's bring in Mother Cat this time in place of Giraffe Cat, because it's only just going to make levels fast. It is 900 monies usually, of course it's Empire Cats Chapter 3, so things are more expensive. Same price as a Paris Cat. It is essentially a no-gacha alternative to a Paris Cat. Now, I don't know how it fares stats-wise, but in practice, it will pretty much do the job that you want it to. So I'm going to put out some meat shields first, and then our Mother Cat behind it. Now, Paris Cat acts much the same way. It floats in the air, but instead it has a rather elegant red rose with which it hits things. But this Mother Cat hits things with its cats. It's slightly terrifying, but it does lots of damage in a quick little swipe like that, which is going to help us because when we're fighting Bun Bun on the moon, what we want to do is have our 3 meat shields with our Mother Cats and stuff behind it doing lots of damage. If we can keep Bun Bun away from our damage dealers, they'll deal enough damage to kill him, and there's nothing he can do about it. Oh, and yeah, when it says works well with Sexy Legs Cat, that's what it means. It forms a sort of strange person thing. I've sort of realised that now, as I'm ploughing through Empire Cats Chapter 3 towards Moon, there's nothing really much more I can say. I probably will end up buying the rest of the special cats soon, just because I'm not going to be using any rare cat capsule cats. That's the gacha. But I'll probably be doing that at a later date when I'm increasing my user rank again, just so I can differentiate between the special cats that I want to use and the ones that either won't be useful for quite a while or just won't be useful. So yeah, we've spent some cat food, we've got some valuable cats that we'll probably need for Moon, which we will move on to next episode. The first big challenge that players usually come across. If you get your stuff right, get your treasure, get your cats leveled up and meat shield correctly, it should really be a breeze. But I guess we'll find that out in the next episode. And I will see you at the moon. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed.